Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1922, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. Which famous shipwreck did oceanographer Robert Ballard discover on the ocean floor in 1985? Titanic. What is the name of the craft that creates delicate ornamental work by twisting fine gold or silver wire into intricate patterns? Filigree. Which surname is shared by a prolific 19th to 20th century author, an early 20th century British heavyweight boxing champion, and a British Olympic gold medalist? Wells. Which galaxy is on a collision course with the Milky Way? Andromeda. During which historical era did the custom of carol singing originate? The Middle Ages. Which two mathematicians independently developed calculus in the late 17th century? Answer: Isaac Newton and Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz. What is the title of the 1980 sequel to Star Wars? The Empire Strikes Back. Hanoi is the capital of which Asian country? Vietnam. What kind of musician would use a huedel? An Aztec drummer. Which country won the inaugural UEFA European Championship in 1960? Soviet Union. Which country is named after the imaginary line that runs through it, marking the division between the northern and southern hemispheres? Ecuador. Vientiane is the capital of which Southeast Asian country? Laos. Which historical figure famously called the English a nation of shopkeepers? Answer: Napoleon Bonaparte. Which staple crop, often called Indian corn, has been a fundamental part of agriculture in the Americas for thousands of years? Maize. The assassination of which political figure in 1914 helped precipitate World War I? Answer: Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria. In Joseph Conrad's novella Heart of Darkness, what enigmatic figure, whose presence in a remote African colony epitomizes the darkness of imperialism, is central to the story? Kurtz. Which televised singing competition launched Carrie Underwood's career when she won its 4th season? American Idol. On the TV show Fantasy Island, what were the names of the island's host and his assistant? Mr. Rourke and Tattoo. Which country gained independence from British rule in 1947, marking a major milestone in the decolonization movement? India. Which author wrote the Foundation series of science fiction novels? Isaac Asimov. On September 1st, 1914, the last known individual of what bird species, once found in migratory flocks estimated at over 2 billion strong, that could stretch a mile wide and 300 miles long, died at the Cincinnati Zoo? Passenger pigeon. Which knight of the Round Table found the Holy Grail? Sir Galahad? Which prominent leader of Tibetan Buddhism is widely recognized as a global advocate for peace and compassion? The Dalai Lama. In which city can you skate on the Rideau Canal Skateway, the world's longest naturally frozen skating rink? Ottawa, Ontario. Who was the prominent Indian leader and independence activist who served as India's first prime minister and was the father of Indira Gandhi? Jawaharlal Nehru. Which American tennis legend won a total of 39 Grand Slam titles, including multiple Wimbledon championships, and was a leading advocate for gender equality in sports? Billie Jean King. Which best-selling novelist, famous for her glamorous novels about Hollywood, was the sister of actress Joan Collins? Jackie Collins. What publishing company was founded by Alan Lane in 1935? Penguin Books. Nephophobia refers to an irrational fear of what? Clouds. On The Golden Girls, what caused Rose's husband Charlie to die during lovemaking? A heart attack. Which 1986 film starring Tom Cruise about elite U.S. Navy fighter pilots became a cultural icon of the 1980s? Top Gun. After retiring as a player, which Major League Baseball team did Babe Ruth spend 1 year coaching for? Brooklyn Dodgers, 1938. Which animal appears in the titles Moon Tiger and the White Tiger? Tiger. Which Italian region is the red wine Valpolicella from? Veneto. Which song by country singer Marty Robbins won a Grammy in 1959? El Paso. In early 2010, which telescope discovered 5 new planets and 2 substellar objects, too hot to be planets but too small to be stars, orbiting other stars? Kepler Space Telescope. Which film follows a protagonist with anterograde amnesia and uses a reversed non-linear narrative to unfold its mystery? Memento. During which historic event did Thomas Farrinor's bakery play a crucial role? The Great Fire of London. What small shrimp-like crustaceans are a crucial food source for many marine species, especially in polar regions? Krill. Who is the only world heavyweight boxing champion to retire undefeated? Rocky Marciano. The second most studied case of genocide after the Holocaust is said to have begun on April 24, 1915, when Ottoman authorities arrested 250 intellectuals of what ethnicity? Armenian. What synthetic fiber, commonly used in clothing and textiles, is known for its durability and wrinkle resistance? Polyester. What kind of umbrella is designed primarily to provide shade from the sun rather than protection from rain? Parasol. Which autonomous region in northeastern Spain has a strong independence movement? Catalonia. Which citrus fruit is used in a classic gimlet cocktail made with gin and its juice? Lime. Which plant, related to the thistle, produces a partially edible flower bud? Artichoke. In Italian, the word orso refers to which animal? Bear. Which artist had a #1 hit in August 2010 with the song Beautiful Monster? Neo. Which company, founded by a Stanford dropout, promised to revolutionize blood testing using just a few drops of blood? Theranos. In Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, which character is visited by the ghost of Jacob Marley? Ebenezer Scrooge. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.